Wayward Gamers, welcome to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neo53 in the socials, and thank you for joining us on this May the 4th be with you Saturday. And here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, we are going to be delighting you, entertaining you, I don't know, something shenanigan for our Star Wars RPG, actual play, Shadowport Adventures Mercenary Tales. Thank you for joining us. We have a lovely and wonderful day filled with to kind of like have some fun in celebrating this wonderful Star Wars holiday. Since we love Star Wars, and that's what we're doing. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into some recaps and some other information that we want. But before we do that, I would love to introduce our wonderful and talented players. We're going to start with you, Emily. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Had some car maintenance done this morning, so all my chores are out of the way, which leaves more room for Star Wars. Get your
There you go.
chores for Star Wars. I don't know. Trying to make it catchy. Someone will make a rap of it.
And who are you playing? And what shenanigans do you hope to accomplish today?
Well, all of them, of course. But I'm playing Hezra, the Night Sister, and as for shenanigans, I don't know. We'll find out.
Hmm.
It's mostly into breaking stuff.
And depending on, yeah, there may or may not be stuff to break today, or
Oh, if you hit hard enough, there's always stuff to break.
well, that's true, but you may or may not want to break. That's going to be the key. So
Want paid not to. It's a real, it's a real fine line.
that is very true. Very true. Thank you for joining us. Maddie, how are you doing?
Uh, Super. Thanks for asking.
And who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Matty, aka So Many Games. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing RT03. He is an astrometrics, excuse me, astrometrics droid, uh, outlaw tech technician, and, kind of bounces between, speaking a normal language and speaking in binary. So, there's nothing confusing at all.
Not at all about that, because that's just fine, right?
Sometimes he just needs to beep and boop.
Just
you
needs
know?
to beep and boop, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Joey, how are you doing? Welcome.
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. I'm Joey, he, him pronouns, and I am playing Rosalind Denra, the Chantillion Chantruse, also known as the Garrick Spate of the crew, um, who was dangling off a ship in our first episode and has been dealing with all of that super fun trauma of almost being eaten by a giant fish. You know, typical Tuesday.
Well, end of episode 1 to episode 2, yes. But you recovered beautifully with your teammates.
I do everything beautifully. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is very true. That is so true. And we're gonna see how well the charmer deals with a hot teenager today.
That's probably fine. I'm not worried at all.
Not worried at all. Yeah. Thank you. As you notice, one of our wonderful esteemed players, Steve, is unable to make it today due to some personal stuff, but we wish him well and everything, and we hope to see him very soon. And but last but never least, Lily, how are you doing? And who are you playing for today?
I'm doing good today. It's like the start of a Star Wars weekend because I have an offline home game tomorrow too. So
Ooh.
doing it up in style for May 4th. I am my pronouns are she, they, and I'm playing Violin, whose pronouns are also she, they. And Violin is a medic soldier and like just a little bit starstruck by Hezra at this point in time. Also got to do some cool acrobatics last episode, so that was fun for her.
Yep. Yep.
And shot Hezra's sword out of her hand.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
Machete.
that too.
We have
Yeah, the
a lot
wonderful
of badasses here.
despair.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Despair in action.
You know, as a GM in the Star Wars, I love despairs because they don't they just create more entertainment in the game. That's all. You
You
know,
you heard it here first. Jay loves despair.
Well,
I have
the
no
tr-
doubt someone's going to put a meme to that, and it's going to be not. It's going to be kind of funny, but
Right. I mean, Emily was rolling a bunch of triumphs though,
oh,
so that kind of offset, you
okay.
know.
For
If you
everyone
roll
who's
enough
just
triumphs, whatever could happen.
for anyone who's joining us, please take a tally. Emily has bought stock in or have manipulated the numbers in roll 20. She has a consistent, and it doesn't matter if she's rolling or her character is just rolling. Because I rolled her character to test some stuff, and I rolled 2 triumphs.
You wasted those triumphs on testing? I could have used those.
But whatever the case, the fact that triumphs kept on coming up every time I would, because I did 2 tests, and both tests came up with a triumph. I
Roll 20
wonder,
just loves me.
yeah, they do. So let's see what happens today when it comes to that. Oh my gosh. Again, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you, players, for joining us on this wonderful Star Wars holiday. Um, Before we jump in, we're going to talk real quick about uh here at the Important for the Wayward Gamer. We have Star Wars is loved. We do a lot of Star Wars here, including tonight. We have my very first charity event here on the channel. We did a charity event on the channel with one of our friends last year, but this year I am doing a charity event for the American Stroke Foundation. The reason why is I am actually a stroke survivor. Last year, uh, May 20th of 2023, I suffered a stroke. And I had I had speech issues and coordination issues and a whole bunch of things. And it was during a stream that I realized something was wrong and went to the emergency room. And because of that, I went through treatment and I was very, very lucky. I did not have a large stroke. It was small, minor, uh, but it's still taking me time to recover. But I was lucky enough that speech and everything came back only after 4 months of rehab. So I've been very, very fortunate and very, very lucky that my recovery has been very fast, and it's still getting better, and it's still increasing. And that is why tonight we are doing a charity event for the American Stroke Foundation. And your donations will provide credits for the characters, or for the players to use during that game. Right now there is a link. If you want to start donating, you can. It's not going to affect our game here, but it will give them some extra at right when they start the game. They can have some credits and stuff like that. But we wanted to make sure that everyone knew that that was going on today. So tonight at 7:30 p.m. here on the channel, we have some wonderful producers in the background, which we will Jake from MTD and Dwight from MTD are going to be producing it for us here on the channel. So they're helping us out with that. And we've got some great, great, great people, including one that might be here too. But we also have Anthony Joyce Rivera. We have Julia Madden Lynn. We have Dave from Smuggler's Coffee, and some, formerly known as Emily, joining us tonight. So we've got a lot of stuff, some shenanigans. So with that being said, we are going to dive into our mercenary tales today, excuse me. And we pick up as our wonderful crew just finished a job for a hut at the Shadowport Deep River Drop, in which they went and found a kid who mistakenly stole um, some stuff from a hut, and they retrieved it and they brought him back. And the hut Boris was so pleased with the group that he asked if you'd like another job. And that job is to escort a Hutt teenager to Tatooine to reunite with his father. And you said yes for a good amount of credit. And that's where we pick up as you're waiting in this large, room, entrance area hall, and you're just waiting there for Rhoda. And most of you may not know, but that is Jabba the Hutt's son. It's been about 19 years since he's been in the public eye. Um, Assassination attempt at that time during the Clone Wars, but right now you're just waiting for him to be you to escort him to your ship and fly him to Tatooine, which will take about a week or two, so just under a week. And that's where we pick up as you're just standing there waiting as you're as Six is already on the ship, making sure everything is prepped and all good. What are the four of you doing as you're waiting in this nice granite filled, beautifully decorated lobby?
Uh, I am pace rolling back and forth. Because I feel like I should be on the ship,
Hmm,
prepping the ship, and not here waiting for a child. Um, and I'm just beeping.
Okay. How about everyone else?
Violet, do you think if we let them do that long enough, do you think that they're gonna explode?
Who knows? I mean, you can just keep watching and see what happens.
There'll be no exploding today.
I'm putting 5 credits on it explodes if we let it happen long enough.
All right, make it 10.
RT, you hear
Oh.
this.
I know. I'm choosing to ignore it.
I know
For
Hut's
now.
not typically punctual, but this is a bit ridiculous, don't you think?
It is a teenager, and teenagers aren't exactly known for being responsible.
Well, I'd assume he has some kind of handler who's handing them off to us.
Yeah, but it's also a hut. It's all, do you know who my dad is? And do you know who I am? And I'll have you frozen for this and all that stuff. They never sit there and be their own time. They think they're the most important worms in the world.
Unfortunately, in some worlds they are. Where are
That
we?
is true.
Where are
And it's
we?
not like we're going to go anywhere, really, right? We already accepted the job, so we're not going to leave.
It's just polite. But where
I
are
mean,
we
6,000. Oh, sorry.
stowing him?
I don't think he's. I don't think he's cargo. I think we just let him sleep where he wants, and then just clean up the slime.
Oh, yeah. RT starts letting out even more beeps.
I mean, we got the room for it, right? What, 5 bedrooms? You can have, I don't know, the big one.
And then we'll just have to disinfect it after.
I mean, it is a teenager.
We would have to do that anyway.
Yeah.
At about the 18-minute mark, suddenly you hear a door open and you see 6 humanoids, ranging from Twi'leks to humans, and a Zabak, which is kind of spiky heads, carrying this platform. It's not a large platform, but it's a decent sized platform. As you see a medium sized hut on the platform, just sitting there chowing down on some foods and some stuff like that, as it's being carried in front of you, as well as um, CP7D, the red protocol droid, and coming up in front. And he comes up and says, "Hello again, crew of I would like to formally introduce you to the illustrious Rota the Hutt, Jabba Hutt's son. Rota, this is the crew that will be escorting you home." And he just kind of like doesn't barely acknowledges this process as he's just kind of eating and flipping through some data pad that's got some communication stuff on it. He's just kind of just flipping. He kind of waves his hand. He's like, "Blah, blah, blah."
I
I
stop
don't.
pacing.
Yeah, this is very much teenager behavior. I say that under my breath. Right then, we should get you set up in your room. Is the whole entourage coming or just you?
Yes. As you see that one other person is carrying a crate of food. So there, yes, there will be uh the seven individuals will be escorting him and taking care of his needs while you are flying, food and other things.
7.
There is a look of
Rosalind, do
relief
you
on Rosalind's face that she does not have to deal with all of that nonsense.
Rosalind, I think that I don't know what we're gonna do about the bedroom situation.
They don't need any space. They will just sleep on the floor next to Rada.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
how familiar.
Since they have to
Yes.
accommodate all of his wishes.
And I'm sure he
Can
has
they
plenty.
can they accommodate with the door closed?
My I don't believe unfortunately, Rada does not like close quarters. I believe you have a large lounge. What will be adequate for your transfer?
Oh, he's
hmm.
gonna sleep in the
Just
living room.
okay, out in the open. Great.
Well, whatever will make him the most comfortable, I suppose.
Did you mention something about a dance floor on your ship?
No, it's it,
I believe RT mentioned a dance floor that you party.
And he starts like letting out a bunch of beeps to speaking to the protocol droid saying, yes, there's a dance floor, yes, there's a stage, there's a pool, there are lounge chairs, a bar.
Perfect.
Yeah.
In describing when we talked earlier, that would platform stage would be perfect. The hut likes to be up and shown off.
That stage is for Rosalind, he says in
Oh,
binary to the
no,
protocol droid.
I'm sure it's fine. She shoots a glare at RT like you had to mention the stage. You had to mention the stage. No, it's fine. I'm sure we can make quite comfortable accommodations for our guest on my stage.
I
I was
anticipate a
listing
smooth ride.
inventory.
Good luck. Enjoy.
wait, is there?
Yes?
Oh, they're gone. Oh, good. Uh, eh, so none of the entourage needs beds.
No.
Does Rota need a bed? I mean,
My
it's
understanding, the platform he's on will be placed on the stage for his sleeping and entertainment. He doesn't need to be moved very far. Just place him on the stage and he will for the trip. Food will be brought to him.
Lovely. That seems very simple.
Huh.
hmm.
Island's like under her breath. It's only for a week. Only for a week.
Also, yeah, Rosalind's thinking like, what a life. Just get carried around in a litter wherever you need to go. Less.
So as this starts to the protocol goes again. I wish you the best of luck. Rada, they will be taking you now. Please follow them to the ship. And the servants are kind of like getting ready and as he peeks out, you hear it as he passes the group, as he's about to go, you hear a chuckle coming from him in binary. And RT, you pick this up. He's like, it's almost as if he's like, well, good luck. This is going to be entertaining for the group.
Never trust a protocol droid.
I don't suppose any of us speaks Huttese.
You can,
Uh,
definitely.
I would think that what Hezra knows of Hatiz is like how much and who is it? Like not conversational, just business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Violin would speak Huttese unless it was like a couple of like curse words or something.
She learned how to like count to 10 and
Yeah.
say fuck.
Which generally, on Underworld, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
um,
like that's a language that RT would have learned.
yeah.
Because he does work in outlaw tech.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And he has like a, what is it? His highest status, the intelligence thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm,
Whatever the equivalent of intelligence is. So I would assume that he probably knows, yeah, intellect. Yeah, that's it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't think
as
Rosalind speaks Huttese. I think she's from the core. She wouldn't be too familiar with Huttese, I don't think.
the entourage is following you, they bring you up and you get into the ship and they start settling him in on a wonderful, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen who are watching us, you're not able to see this beautiful deck plan that our Maddie created for us on our ship. And on the ship there's a nice platform of a there is a stage and a that's right next to a dining table, and they're gonna put the hut right on top of that, and they're gonna set him on top, and they're gonna be putting him, and then there's gonna some of them are gonna go to the kitchen and start preparing some food type stuff for the journey, and they get him all settled in. It takes a few minutes as he's getting, and he's not paying attention. He's looking at his data pad. He's just munching on some stuff, and he occasionally will yell for a drink, and someone hands him a drink, and he just kind of drinks.
Are you sure he's not cargo?
I
And
mean,
cargo
cargo
usually
doesn't
doesn't eat. But
it,
Well,
it usually doesn't take up our whole lounge area either.
Right, but with someone taking care of his every whim, it seems a rather simple job, no?
It's still a teenager. What's the thing I was saying about steals me not or whatever? Teenagers are dumb.
oh,
hmm.
I don't understand teenager.
It's like before you're an adult, but after you're a kid.
Okay.
Your beta stage, before full launch.
Oh,
But not on like the fish or like bug thing where it's like a nymph larva. Like it's not like that.
right. No, I understood what Rosalind was referring to.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
was worried. I
yeah.
was.
No, that I'm very familiar with. And oh boy, that's going to be buggy.
Yes.
Mm,
Hmm.
Oh,
exactly.
I mean, hard crashes are not normal. I've heard that like computers crash, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So crashes aren't normal, but it's like, the thing where I don't know, sometimes an arm swings out when it's not supposed to because they have anger issues because they're teenagers.
Oh, well,
yes, I have found teenagers not to be entirely stable.
You hear
okay.
Strix. Is everyone already? Are we ready to rock and roll? Take off, I mean.
RT lets out a loud affirmative beep.
Yeah, 6.
Yep.
We'll be right there.
All right.
Is there someone in his entourage who seems to be like in charge now that the protocol droid is gone?
The number the seventh carrying the thing seems to be probably one that's a little bit more in charge. Yes.
They have uniforms with numbers on them. Just
Not
one, two,
they don't have
three, four, five,
they
six.
don't have uniforms and numbers, but they do have uniforms like bare basic clothing. But he seems to be the one
Okay.
more in charge because he wasn't carrying the hut; he was carrying the cargo, pushing the cargo
Hmm.
stuff. So
Okay. Yeah. That
All right.
fits.
I'll approach them and say, I believe we are prepared to depart. Is your employer prepared? Is there anything we can do before we depart? Well then, let us be on our way.
He turns and starts doing some more stuff.
All right. Hezra's gonna take out 5 credits, and hand them to Rosalind. Like, fine, you win.
And as the motion of the ship kind of gets, as it starts to take off and starts getting into the atmosphere, programming, and knowing 6 doesn't give you warning, and all of a sudden poof, hits the drive, the hyperdrive, which may or may not cause some issues for the hut and the entourage. So let me do a quick roll to see if let's see here. Oh, we're gonna do not gonna be a hard roll. Something like this. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Boom. Oh, did it not roll? Appears it did not roll.
I just realized, do we need to roll Destiny?
You know, that probably
yeah.
should have. Hey, look at us. We're such in control right now. Yeah, go ahead and roll your destiny pool as we are in the middle of as I'm in the middle of rolling some stuff.
You need to set it to. I'm still pulling the old Destiny pool when I sync pool.
Yeah, you want to sync pool.
Yeah.
Roll
so it's the
20
same.
bug out.
I think roll 20 bugged out.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
All right. One moment. So as we are just organizing a little bit more, we're just gonna keep going, and then we're gonna roll it as you guys get. We'll do our rolls in just a moment, but keep going with the role play as the ship kind of gets out and suddenly gets jerked, and you're in space, and as you're kind of flying around, and it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be a while for a few, like a week or almost 2 to get to Tatooine. And as you're flying there,
There we go. Now it's
Mine-
caught up.
Yeah, mine
there we
worked
go.
too,
All right.
but not for the good.
Oh,
I guess that test roll woke it up.
Yeah.
There we go.
oh dear.
Wow.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wow.
Yikes. Cool. Tight.
No.
Oh, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad.
Oh no.
I mean, it
That-
wasn't a failure, so
No, it's just all that
Yeah, it's
yeah.
there's
Not a
a
success either, though.
yeah, so that was
No.
so it was supposed to be like that. Wow, something is not.
They heard you say you were an evil GM, and they decided that they were gonna prevent it.
All right.
They were.
Roll 20's having a day.
Wow. Can someone roll? You know what? I'm just gonna pull up.
This is because you rolled earlier and got triumphs.
Wow, I
Mm.
rolled earlier and something something is just not. Wow.
Yeah, see? It's just you.
It is
Oh.
just me. Okay. We're gonna go
Given
with
that
that.
given that these dice rolls are probably like just set of numbers in an array being randomly selected, like it probably is just genuinely a coincidence.
Yep.
oh yeah.
Probably.
So we're gonna go. Yeah. So basically, I need an athletics or coordination check from everyone that is on the ship, because there is it's going to be an easy roll because you're used to it, and I'm going to actually not give you the setback because this is you're
6 is gonna
anticipating these.
6.
Yeah. So give me
All
your
right.
athletics or coordination roll just in case.
Are the dice set?
The
Yep, the
dice are
dice are
set?
set.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Everyone,
Look at
Hi.
us.
yeah,
Okay.
Look at us
That's
being
good.
you
used to
are
Yeah.
this.
used to this. You are very used to this. Actually, Violin, can you do one more roll for me? And this is in substitution for the hut
Okay.
because you have the
Uh,
same dice pool that I would want. So go ahead
for
and
the
roll your athletics
athletics?
again. Yeah. Okay. So no
Okay.
one has any issues during the six's abrupt takeoff, so to speak. And all of you are used to it. So you're never gonna have to roll that again. But because the hut's there, some people may have but yeah, you're flying. And like I said, it's morning. So I mean, you're on a good day. What is everyone doing kind of that first day? Is there any interactions? Are you gonna keep to yourselves? Are you gonna stay in the cockpit? Are you gonna interact with the hut at all? What are you wanting to do for the
I
day
can tell
as
you,
you're flying?
Hezra is going to be avoiding that entire floor of the ship as much as possible.
Okay.
So but like in a conspicuous way, where it's like she'll sit there, she'll like walk towards the stairs, and she'll go, "Oh right," and then like turn back and be like fidgeting in a chair, like can't go where I want to.
Okay. What about your dinner time or food time? So you're gonna go up there, get some food, and leave right away?
She'll probably try to sneak down there so that she's not seen by any of them.
Okay. How about violin? What's the day look like for her, for them?
I think Violin would not be as conspicuous as Hezra, but probably similarly trying to avoid as much like one-on-one with the Huts
Okay.
or any of his people. So she would probably still like eat um in the kitchen, but like at a time when it's clear that the Hut is doing something else.
Okay. How about Rosalind?
As much as I want to avoid the hut, I think Rosalind is playing hostess, making sure everything is going well, make sure they don't need anything, because the only thing worse than a hut is an unhappy hut. So she wants to make sure that everything's just going smooth, readily available, kind of doing that uh customer service dead behind the eyes to conserve my own personal sanity.
Okay. Uh, what I can say is that day one, you're not going to get a lot of interaction from the hut. He's very much into whatever is on his data pad, a game or something along those lines, news, money, trading, whatever he's doing on that particular data pad.
Bitcoin.
Hut coin. Um,
A coin. You.
and
No, it's Bitcoin.
Jats
nice.
coin.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, and then the servants that are with him, there's some of them that like are feeding him, and the other ones are just sitting there with blank stares. And anytime you communicate with the head one, he just doesn't speak at all.
so
None of them.
none of them.
It's just a head gesture or a hand gesture or like yes or something
Do
along
they
those lines.
have tongues? Are they able to speak? I'm not going down there to look, but there's
I
a
mean,
part of me that just wonders.
I would have been with Rosalind to at least translate if
Okay.
she needs to speak with the hut directly.
Mhm.
So I would be there by her side for the most part. Yeah.
And really the hut is not paying any attention to you at all, and it just was like, and so the other main one is like,
can I make some kind? I don't remember what insight would be in the
um
system, but I want to try to get an idea of like, are they not speaking because they've been ordered not to? Are they afraid to? Like, what's their motivation for not vocalizing at all.
Oh, I like this. I would say either Underworld. Um,
Can I offer you skullduggery in these trying times?
Skullduggery. Hmm.
Perception?
Perception. Yes, we'll do a
Okay.
perception. Yeah.
Okay.
Let
Let
me
me know
set the
when.
dice pool real quick. I think for this particular one, um, it's an average check. Yeah, just gonna be an average check. So dice pool set.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
Hey, all right.
they don't have tongues
Cool, cool, cool.
Oh,
Tight,
I
tight,
hate
tight.
that.
Oh,
Hate that.
Love this.
Thanks.
Love this journey for us.
because the hut doesn't want to hear anyone talk to him. To the servants.
Cool, cool, cool.
Cool.
Totally
Change of tactics.
doable.
Silent. I am not saying a word. Cool. Love this. And I will notify the crew that, hey, probably less talking, the better.
I'm good with that. I didn't want to talk to him anyway.
RT just beeps.
I would even keep beeps to a minimum, my friend.
So the first day, the evening comes. There's a lot of, the foods in the evening. People go to sleep. 6 stays in the cockpit and just kind of like sleeping and not autopilot on there at times and stuff like that.
She's working on her next
She's-
mixtape.
Yep, pretty much. So it's that, and she's just like, I'm staying in the cockpit because I'm a happy camper because I don't have to get out. So the next day, and the hut sleeps. Rana sleeps kind of a lot at times because he drinks, eats, and then he sleeps. And but yeah, I mean, and the servants just kind of sit there, lay there. If there's any there's occasionally what you will notice is that during the day, especially on the second day, there is some uh how shall I put this in a non-descriptive, non-disgusting way.
Teenager behind closed doors activities that you
No,
don't want to knock
nope,
on.
nope, nope, not
Oh,
not
good.
like that. They just
Oh,
wet
okay.
him down to keep him cool
Somehow that's worse.
okay.
with a little bit of slime. It's a wet
Moisturize me.
Moisturize.
Moisturize me.
Yes, it is moisturized.
Oh, what a pull.
Yes, very much so. So different time, like twice a day, that kind of happens after the second day. As the second day kind of starts in.
He heard about the Korean face care slugging trend and he really wanted to get into it.
Oh, I think you just Joey, how you doing there?
I'm okay. We're all fine here now. How are you?
Good pull. Oh. So yeah. Day 2. Similar antics. Eating, resting,
Slugging.
plugging. You
Mm.
get your food, you're in. Nothing really happened on day 2. Like I said, it's very, very low key for you. And it's almost boring.
How many snails died for Rhoda skincare?
Oh, many, many, many. But I need Hezra
Mm-hmm.
because Hezra, this is a little nerve-wracking and actually violent.
That it's so quiet.
Yeah. And violent, this is your area that, I need discipline rolls, please.
Okay.
The
Okay.
dice pool is set. It's not a very hard one, but I just need you to roll your discipline.
Hezra has never done well at discipline rolls. It's the one place where you can get me to fail.
Okay. Yep. Dice pool set. So Hezra.
Oh.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So Hezra had 3 failures, and Violent had 1 failure with an advantage. The advantage is you're like, you want your space. It was like when you were eating one time, suddenly what happened is the hut, Rada just kind of like smacked some food that someone was, and it spilled all over the place.
Oh
while you were
no.
eating there, and you just was like, okay. And they ended up trying to clean it up, but you're just like, this is your space.
Right. Right.
Hezra heard about this, and I'm anticipating you're in your room. What are you doing to your room to get over the boredom and anticipation? And
Looks like I have a side table in my room. I'm just taking the machete and I'm like just nicking the corner repeatedly.
yeah,
Like just you know how the side tables they have the corner like this that goes the whole way because it's a cube. It's a rectangular prism. But just like that edge, like just over and over again.
and as the day two comes to an end, there's nice little grooves, and you realize that she turned it into a game towards the end of the day, where how close she can get to the next one, and then in between, and it looks as if this was nice. This was supposed to be, you know,
It
there's
almost looks intentional,
yeah, like this
except
was
for the
the work of
vandalism.
art. Um,
Rosalind, I hope your sponsor doesn't mind.
I'm I'm sure it's fine. It's all fine.
I mean, is the sponsor getting the ship back anyway?
That's a good point. I don't even know where he is now.
I mean,
Wherever he is, I hope
eventually,
he's
right?
happy.
Because we borrowed it.
Yes, I'm sure we can replace the table whenever that needs to happen. If that needs to happen.
Probably buffs out.
Yes, I'm sure machete wounds just buff out.
They buff out of androids.
It's okay.
Just buff it out, get some primer on that, and paint it just like new.
Oh my god! I go out of the room.
any other conversations or any other interesting aspects or things happened during day two?
I don't know if you want a new perception check, but I'm also just kind of curious, are his handlers armed?
No, the handlers are not armed.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just in some plain basic like cloth shirt, like almost surgical, like patient outfits, but they're like a surgical gown type situation. Just very simple cut, very simple cloth, very simple design. They're all wearing the same ones. Um, and yeah, they're just doing their thing.
Yeah, I think Rosalind's just making herself readily available if they need anything, but is not interacting with them at all unless they interact with her first.
Okay. So then,
And
yeah,
while that's happening, I would be probably in the is it I'd be in engineering
okay.
most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you are making your way and the day two finishes, and you're like I said, it's boring, it's comfortable, it's you don't have that much interaction or anything like that. Um, and then when day three, you wake up for day three, same thing kind of starts off that morning. What is everyone doing that morning? Anything special that or it's the same routine um that you hope to do the same day?
I think
Think.
as go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I think Hezra would go to the cargo hold, the 17 on the map on the same floor as the like crew chambers,
Mm-hmm.
and just start like sparring in the middle of the cargo hold,
Okay.
getting restless.
Mm-hmm. Um, I need everyone, please, to give me a discipline check. Just because
Are the dice set?
it's the dice pool is set, and it's day 3 of so
Hey, there we go.
I'm gonna close my
It's
eyes and click it.
because she went to go
Oh.
spar.
Yep.
It's
What?
it's about it's about emotional regulation.
mhm.
Right, sure.
So as Hezra 1 success, Violin has 1 success and 3 advantage. You got after finding your center, you're like, yeah, no problem. I can deal with this. Rosalind, you're like, yep, I can do this. But you had 3 threats, and those threats are about to come into play in a minute. And then
Okay.
RT, the 2 failures and 3 threats. That's yep. Your circuits are coming in hard because as Rosalind and RT is in there, as during one of the things, suddenly Rata, everyone hears a loud Huttese screaming, and he turns to one of the servants and just smacks the servant down. Then he looks over at you, Rosalind, and just starts. Where's the communication? My datapad's not working anymore. I want the communication. Where's the communication? And this is all in Huttese. And then looks at RT. Oh, Royd, get this
He's
fixed,
looking.
or I'm going
He's
to turn
looking.
you into scrap metal.
Oh, um,
RT, what is he saying?
the communication is not working for him. His datapad is not working. It should be working, right?
Please
Ah.
go check it now.
Yes, yes. And I'll head to engineering.
Yes,
And-
we are working on the problem. Can I offer you a drink in the meantime?
And a servant comes up with a drink, and he just kind of slaps it away. Who are you? As he points to Rosalind. Umbechapa!
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Huttese.
Uchapapa!
Yes, the weather is lovely, isn't it?
Uchapapanyana! And
How loud is this commotion?
everyone can hear it.
That might be enough to get Hezra to come down to the level and be like, "What is going on? Why is he yelling?"
Apparently, the communications have gone down.
He's asking who you are.
I am Rosalind Denra, your escort to Tatooine.
Uma Mina! Are you famous?
That-
You look famous. Do I know you?
That was the extent of my Huttese. I'm not a translator.
See who we need.
Only do one thing at a time.
Can I? Because we have comms, right?
Yep.
For each other.
Mhm.
I'm gonna open my comm to RT.
Yeah.
RT, I need you to multitask. What is he saying?
Uma Jedi! You look
Oh.
familiar. Who are you? What,
Yes. He believes you look familiar or famous. Are you famous?
Yes, of course. I am a well-known performer in Chartreuse, performing all over the Outer Rim and the core worlds. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Uchapa! Uma. Sit here.
No.
He would like you to sit down.
I saw the gesture. I don't think that's appropriate for the services we're offering.
I'm sure the communications will be back on soon. RT, hurry.
I am working on it.
Onda! Uma. He hands over, and suddenly a drink kind of comes in and starts. I'm bored. Entertain me.
Rosalind, what if you sing? Maybe if you sing from here, he'll
He-
stop asking you to sit.
Yes,
He
I think
is
that's a
asking
good-
for entertainment.
Good. Then let's do that because that's not happening. I will go over. Well, he's on my stage. I'm going to sing from the what is that thing there? Hold on, I'm looking at the map. Oh, that's a
Uh,
pool. I don't want
that's
to
a
stand in
pool.
the pool.
You
Dining.
sure? You could stand. You could
I
stand
mean,
on the
that
giant
could be
The
very
dining table would
entertaining.
be a very nice stage, you know?
Yeah, let's do
Well, hold on, because the protocol droid did say that he wants to be higher than everyone else.
Oh, that is true. What I will do is I will lean and
Reminding
lounge
meta.
at the bar
Okay.
Ah.
and sing as if the bar were a piano. Kind of
Okay.
like, lean on the bar and start performing
I'm
any
gonna
one of
I'm gonna just signal to Rosalind and then back out of the room, and go to the med bay real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with one of my longer songs to buy us time. Something with a good vamp that can stretch and please hurry.
All right. Let's see. What kind of role, what performance role should we do for this?
Charm?
Sure. Let's throw a charm. There's no performance, so yeah, a charm would be a good role. It's going to be an average role with only one setback, because he's a hut. But you know what? We're gonna make it a little bit more difficult because
Oh,
of course.
Balancing the force.
balancing the
Oh,
force
no.
on this one. Because what could possibly go wrong with you charming this performance?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The dice pool is set.
Oh Lord. Okay. Come on, Force. Come on, May the Fourth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
I'll take
here we
it.
go.
So he's entertained. He's like, oh nah, oh nah, oh nah, oh my, yeah. And he grabs some food and just stuff in his face and drinks um yeah, and as this long second, he kind of dips in for a second, but then as you notice, he's getting a little bored. You kind of up tone. He kind of takes notice for a little bit. Like, oh, and you get done. He's like, oompa cha, oompa, and he's kind of doing this like, oompa cha. Wow, what's that? Good. That was a good performance. I think I recognize that one. Yeah, that was good. Oompa, 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 no, no, more. Give me another one.
Gladly.
While she's singing, I'm gonna be calming to Violin. Violin, I need to know what is in here that can put a hut to sleep. Like,
Violet hears this and is like, okay, what exactly is going on up there? And let me check my
the hut.
inventory.
Rosalind is now singing for the hut. He wanted her to sit next to him, very uncomfortable. And Artie is like fixing his, I don't know, communicator or whatever. So I just need something that can knock him out for long enough for us to get them away.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Violet will check the inventory here in the med bay.
If you would like to flip a light side, you have some anesthetic that might work.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's flip one of those light side points.
Sure. Yeah, just hit a light
Do
side point.
I do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
And then you're explaining to me how to find the anesthetic, or you're actually coming down here because there's two different potentials
Oh yeah,
here.
there's two different roles. Let's go.
No.
For that one.
No, she's just gonna look through and see and take a hypo spray and come down.
Okay. There is anesthetics, proper anesthetics in Star Wars. So it's like the medicine. There's
That's one thing that's hard to suspend disbelief on, that one anesthetic can provide an anesthesia to all species of like humanoid and alien.
Right.
So there
But
is
we have to suspend disbelief a little bit.
So how many doses are you doing? Because there's if you do one dose, there's a certain role that they're going to have. If you do two or more doses, there's going to be a different check that they're going to have.
Okay, how many does she have in inventory? I
Since you
guess is
flipped
the
the light
question.
side, I would say you have up to 5
Okay.
I mean, she
inside.
knows how much to give him without causing an OD, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Um,
actually you would need to roll a xenology check.
Oh
right. I was
no,
gonna
I
say
shouldn't
I
have asked
I don't
that.
think that Violet has probably treated Huts before. like there might be like a sort of a rubric for it, but like the real like in action like this actually works on Huts, she wouldn't know that like off the top of her head.
Yeah, give me a xenology roll, please.
Okay.
Dice pool set.
Yeah, this
Uh-huh.
works.
He did set the dice pool.
Yes,
All
he
right, dice
did.
pool set.
Oh, see now we could
Oh,
Triumph!
contact.
Got a triumph.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
Could be worse.
5
Could have just
failures
been
and a
failures.
triumph.
4 failures.
It's a lot of
Four
Give me
failures and a
4
triumph.
failures and a triumph. So you
I will-
grab
I will
the
snatch that
wrong
back.
anesthetic.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Or
Okay.
actually, let me go back. I'm gonna say that here's the question. Would you go
Mhm.
over or under the amount because it's a hut? But you're thinking he's a young hut. Would you think about going over or under the anesthesia that normally would be someone for a humanoid?
I would say, hmm, I think Violent, despite what Hezra is saying, I think Violent would go under because like we're not trying to harm this kid, right?
So I'm gonna say so the question is one, we're gonna go with it. You grabbed 2 doses or like,
Mhm.
but the doses are weak. They're a special kind. So actually it's gonna be more of an average check for him, but I'm gonna be
Okay.
putting like a, a red in that roll.
Okay.
So that what happens is that it's gonna potentially affect him. He might have an allergic reaction to that particular thing, which would be the triumph, which is one of the other.
Mhm.
So I was thinking with the triumph, even though it's a lower dosage, the triumph it was more successful. But what do you
Okay.
want the triumph to be?
Yeah. Oh, let's have an
Like you
allergic
you
reaction.
grabbed a lower dosage, but it was
Right.
more effective, or he has like um
I think I
a
want to go. Oh, wow. Like me, Lily really wants to throw the cat amongst the pigeons and say that it's like he has like an adverse reaction to it.
so I was gonna say he's
We have to
susceptible to
deliver
it.
him alive.
He's not. It's not that he's gonna die from it, but he
Right.
gets. It's like that particular. Oh no, that would be more of a despair. Um, that he has an addiction, and you hit his addiction with this particular anesthetic, so he will go out easier.
Okay.
We do not have enough to subsidize his addiction.
No.
But
Him
so
But
is a
we're
you.
big
also
boy.
halfway through our trip.
But
So,
here's the
Him,
key.
him is
So
a big boy.
the two of you get this. As Rosalind's dancing, how are you going to administer this? How are you going to get it to the hut? Food, drink,
right.
needle?
Um,
I figure food or drink is the most subtle way, assuming that
yes.
it can be administered
Yeah,
that
I
way.
think so too. Like here's what I think she has two drinks,
Mhm.
and she puts it in one of the drinks,
Okay.
and comes down and like offers the undosed drink to the servant that got smacked around,
Mhm.
and then is like kind of holding this other drink and then offers it to the hut.
Okay.
All casual.
I need
Nothing
a
wrong here.
skullduggery or more of a skullduggery, but I would allow a stealth to slip this in the drink.
I want to go for
Since we've been
stealth.
working, I was gonna say since we've been working on this together, would we be able to pick which one of us rolls that?
Yes.
Because
Okay.
I have 1 yellow and 2 green in stealth.
That's good. I mean, I have 3 green, which I was willing to roll, but that yellow would be great. So,
I,
yeah, like maybe then she just passes the other drink off to Hezra.
yep. Okay. And I'm giving you a boost because you're working together and you're trying to, but it's going to be a hard test because there's several individuals around as this is happening. But I'm giving you
I
that
might
boost.
use the light side for this.
You want to use the light
Boost it
side? All
again.
right. Let me,
And boost it
before you do,
again.
let me upgrade this roll. All right. The dice pool is set.
Um,
Oh,
can I assist by using one of my talents
ooh.
known as distracting behavior?
Oh.
Oh.
As a maneuver, suffer strain up to ranks in cunning until the start of next turn. Equal number of engaged PCs suffer a threat on checks.
They suffer a strain on a threat on
No, so
check.
I would take 2 strain for my or 2 strain, 3 strain for my cunning.
Okay.
And then until the start of the next turn, 3 NPCs will suffer a threat on all checks.
Okay.
It just says on checks.
Okay. So basically, yeah. In how I'm going to convert that is I'm going to add another boost to that. So actually re-roll.
Okay.
And I will take those 3 strain.
All right.
Hey,
Success
Hey,
and
that's
2
a much better
advantages.
outcome.
Love it.
So this hut needs to roll a hard all right, let's see if this NPC thing is going to work. He's got a good fortitude, but he unfortunately has to so he's got a it's
I
a
believe in miracles.
based off of the roll it is it's only going to be an average roll, so it's going to be one of each. But because of how well this is, and he's already going to have a threat on this roll. So let's see if this works. Okay. So a failure and 4 threat is what happens and on his resistance roll to resist this particular um yeah, and he eventually after about after he drinks it, it's gonna take him like maybe a half hour and he's gonna go to sleep.
Question,
Yeah.
not to like make things harder for us. Does he have any dice? Any dice in that pool?
There should be.
I only see 3 black dice, a gray die, and a red die.
So then it
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
work. It didn't
Not to
work.
make that's what
Oh,
I'm like,
you're
not to
still
make things
not,
harder on us, but
So that NPC thing
all's
did not
fair.
work. You know what? We're still gonna say, based off of everything that's going on, we're just gonna say that he's gonna fall asleep. He's gonna be like drinks it, but there's still gonna be a time like a half hour to before it kind of kicks in. But he's gonna get really happy for a second,
How that works generally.
and he's like,
love it.
"Oh, hata hata, wambo jaba, uma jaba, waya." He's like, "That was
Oh
wonderful.
no, I
Again,
made
again.
it
Wait a minute,
worse.
Roy, you dance too. Come on, go together."
Uh, I'm still in the. I'm
Oh,
still
that's
in
right. You're in there.
engineering.
Yep.
He actually looks at Hezra. You, dance and go together. More.
Oh, I'm not good at dancing.
It's
I'm
very
a
easy. Come, just follow my lead.
Whatever you're doing in there, he's very happy.
Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
Rosalind, I've only trained for fighting.
It's not
Come
that
on,
different,
come
I
on. He
believe.
got you. And he takes the glass and throws it against the wall.
If you
Okay. Okay. I think Violin is like, Rosalind, I assume you can lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so then a Violin will dance with Rosalind.
And about 20 minutes into that, the hut falls asleep.
Oh, well, wore himself out, I guess.
Pull me out.
Yeah. Well, I gotta get back to the med bay
I've got
and
to be anywhere but here.
re-inventory my stock.
And day 3 comes to a somewhat quiet end, since he seems to be sleeping a good amount of the day away.
Am I able to look at the systems
Yeah,
stuff?
so going back, so yeah, you're looking.
Yeah.
Everything seems fine. Communications and everything else is good. His he just his data pad is he's just done with his game.
Okay, so this is where at some point in this whole shenaniganry, um, everyone just like over the intercom just hears a lot of cursing and binary. And then I just enter the room with the rest of you.
Is everything fixed?
Nothing was broken.
What?
His game was over.
So do we just reset his game or something?
Hmm.
Just
You
delete
know,
the save.
I wonder. Yes, we could do something like that. My thought was to reprogram and create new levels, building onto the game. Your solution sounds much quicker.
Artie, sometimes it's important not to overthink things.
I have been told that before many times.
Oh,
I
did you
still
watch
don't
that
believe it.
like did you watch that like motivational series from that one droid?
No, I
I've heard he's good. I don't know.
I don't require motivation.
No, but like motivational series aren't about motivation. They're about like, I don't know, improving your life or something. Like people go to these like life coach types and they're like, I got my life together and I stopped worrying about the atomic bomb. And that's how, you know, that's how it works, I think.
Oh, charlatans.
I don't think I've ever heard one called charlatan.
That got me. That got me real
That was
good.
good.
At least his motivator's working right.
So the thing is that this is not going to keep the hut quiet for long. We still have like what, 3 more days. So.
I still think I need a new game, something to
Oh,
fixate on.
this is a luxury yacht, right? The guy probably has games. Right? Like rich people love that stuff.
Right.
Do I know if this, because I was on the luxury yacht with the captain before. Do I know, does he have
Probably,
games? Does his phone have
possibly.
games?
Yeah, you probably think there's a game or two that's on here somewhere.
Like
You could
single
tell.
player sabacc.
Yeah.
Like how they have Hearts games on Microsoft, except it's sabacc instead.
Mhm.
Not free cell.
The
Not
real ones,
Microsoft free
no.
cell.
Mm-hmm. He probably has a few. Yeah, there's probably a few games on here. Some adult as well as gambling games.
Wait, what does adult games mean in this context? Oh, okay. Just making sure that I'm on the same page. I don't think
He's
we
an
should hand a
imperial
16-year-old
officer.
a dating.
Yeah.
Let's.
I don't think we should hand a
maybe
16-year-old a
block
dating sim.
those. Yeah.
I mean, it'll keep him occupied for a couple days.
I
There's
don't
enough
think
slime
we
on that
want
floor
to
as
see
is.
him being occupied.
Look, we're gonna have to deep clean the stage anyway at this point with fire. So
Yes, and
There's
healthy
already
doses of
so
acid.
much slime.
Um, can we? Yeah. Actually, no. I'm not. I'm not. Maddie's asking.
Yes.
Are we able to like download those games into the data pad into his data pad and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah, if you wanted to be, I'm not going to make a roll on it, but yeah, you'll be able
okay.
to put something and put it on his pad. Yeah, if you
To
want while
airdrop
he's
Um,
it.
asleep.
could I do a roll to see if I can do some reprogramming or something? Like reworking some of the code in the game that he was playing to, I don't know, like make it more difficult, or you know like stretch out its entertainment value.
Yeah, I would say you could.
um let's see. uh
It turns out he's just playing Skyrim, and we're making mods for Skyrim now.
like, but yeah, like essentially like making a mod,
Yep.
for a
No, I
game,
know. I wasn't kidding.
no, like
No,
totally,
yeah,
yeah, it's like really good analogy for that.
I'm giving
um
you two
Making
boost
making
on
free
this.
LC.
I'm giving you two boost on the roll
okay.
because I mean it's a video game. So
Mhm.
it's and that programming stuff isn't going to be too difficult, but there's some other stuff that you might be yeah, it's there's going to be a twofold roll on this. So some of it is going to be the success and then something else. So and let me recall, do you have in your computers, do you have bypass security
um I don't
in your
I don't
talents?
think so. No, no, no. I have Tinkerer, Utini, and Solid Repairs.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and the dice pool's set, but go ahead and roll your computers on this one.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Wow.
Work.
Very nice.
So, yeah, you're able to access and there is an encryption on this as you're going through it. You realize that there's an encryption in this data pad. This is a personal data pad. It has all the websites he's been to. It has all the information he has. It has a bank account. It has other stuff. And you were able to reprogram his game.
yes. That's all I'll do.
That's about all you have. Unless you're doing, yeah. And
Yeah.
you weren't, and as you went in, it was not noticed because literally you got the passcode and yeah, and no, all of his passcodes are in notebook, so or in somewhere, so it's you're able to look it up and yeah, you're able to get all that. So
Awesome. Yeah, so I would really just be like, I I mean, I'd see these other things and go, "Oh, sure, that sounds like fun," but no, 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 we need to keep this guy entertained
I
at
will
all
say
costs.
this. There you come across there's also some messages and stuff like that that come and as you're a message happened to pop up and it's about transferring funds from one account to another account from Borges to a private account.
Borges.
Borges, the Shadowport
Yeah,
hut.
the one we just worked for,
Yep,
right?
he
Well, we're technically
embezzled.
still employed by.
It appears
Yeah.
he embezzled, possibly embezzled some money.
Yes, a hut
Ooh.
involved in criminal financial activity?
Right.
What? I'm so shocked.
I'll stick that in the back of my memory banks and hold on to it.
Because of those successes
Um,
and advantages, that one of those things you picked up. Yep.
okay, cool. And yeah, then I'll like replace the data pad back with
Mhm.
his personal effects um and roll away.
Okay. And as day 3 kind of starts to come to an end and people are back to their sleep.
How are Artie's wheels feeling after all this slime everywhere?
Gross.
Next question.
Yeah. I think honestly, like he would probably stay in this mode and not like go into the um rollerball mode because that seems like it would be
Oh god, the
worse.
rollerball would
Yeah.
be covered. Oh
Yeah,
no.
that'd be
Oh
worse, way
no.
worse.
It's
So
did anyone here ever fly during the mad cow scare of like the early 2000s where like everyone was like mad cows everywhere and they had those little like squishy pads with sanitizer on them that you had to walk on?
oh wow.
I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah, I remember doing it and being like, why are we having to walk on a squishy pad that's kind of wet? And it was because like they were trying to sanitize. But I'm imagining that we have to have like some little like squishy foam pad with like sanitizer for Artie's wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
like he has shoes to take off at the door.
Right.
Right. Yep.
So, as the evening ends, you get your sleep. At 6 a.m., you all hear loud noises, things being thrown, things being just yelled. As the hut seems to have woken up in a very bad mood and possibly slightly um dr- uh drug induced anger.
The come down on that is not easy. All right.
Yeah.
And he is throwing, he's yelling, he's demanding the dancer, he's
Was
demanding,
there
you
was
know,
there was there anything in the contract about not restraining him?
just an
Our
Do
escort.
tea?
we just do we can we and I'm saying this to the crew, like, can we like just tie him up and kind of like or like do something with his hands to keep him to stop him from throwing stuff because he keeps throwing stuff and I'm like an inch away from just killing him.
What would I know about the specifics of what we're allowed and not allowed to do?
You can't kill a hut generally
Right.
without permission. Restraining a
You
hut,
can, you just can't get away with it.
yeah, restraining a hut, or doing something to hurt a hut potentially might have consequences.
Okay.
Um, it depends on the power struggle. Like I said, it all depends on who the power struggle is. Some people have bigger pants than they actually do. They have they have less influence than they think they have. Some have more influence than they have. I mean, it is a teenager who is throwing around his weight that he is daddy's, my daddy is this and I'm gonna get you this, and if you don't do
Do you
this,
know who my dad is?
yeah,
Is
that
there
is
any
so you
is there
the
anything
stereotypical aristocratic spoiled little brat rich kid is this is
uh
My
rich
dad is going to
teenager.
sue the pants off of you then if he hears about this. I am going to get so much money from your estate.
Yeah, it is literally that is Rana.
Oh.
was there anything that I like gleaned from the data pad the day before that would like that would like tell me like really how much weight he has
Not so
to throw
much.
around?
Not really.
Okay.
He's Jabba's son. So
You weren't
depending,
nosy. We need you to be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had 2 successes and 2 advantages. So the information that you got is, you you were just trying to do some of the stuff and some of the stuff you were able to see. It's hard to say what kind of influence he has. There probably wasn't a lot of communication. You know that he's been away from his dad in seclusion for several years.
How long does hut teenagerdom last?
10 years.
Oh,
That's probably why.
Christ.
Yep, that
'Cause
tracks.
that's like preteen to teenage years. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Huts
Jabba
lived for
just went,
hundreds of
"Oh,
years.
you're." Jabba just went, "Oh, you're a preteen. You can go away now.
Yeah. You get
You can come back when you're an
educated.
adult."
Yep, sent him off to hut boarding
Like
school.
I was gonna say,
Yep.
like when you send a kid to boarding school.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Ugh.
I wonder.
I mean, I could try again an anesthetic, but it doesn't seem to have had the right reaction. Like this is not what how he should be acting. So I am reluctant to administer more.
What are his handlers doing during this fit?
Not
Like,
much.
aren't they
Just
supposed to there to be handling him?
they feed him, they offer drinks, they clean up, they get abused. Yeah, that's just
Huh.
they're just there.
And I guess the game isn't working.
No, apparently not. Huh.
Do we have plastic cups? Can we just like
Yeah.
stop giving him the good glassware and like let him only use plastic like he's in a like hospital?
We gave him glass?
I mean, it kept breaking. I assume it's glass.
Oh.
I think he brought them with him.
Both.
Don't suppose we could just let some of the life support go and have everybody pass out for a couple days.
I don't think we can. Do we have airlocks between the levels that can let us just do that?
Yes,
Just.
you can.
We do.
Oh, wait, Violin. What if you just feed the anesthetic through the airlock, through like the life support into just that floor? Can we do that? I saw it on TV once, or whatever we're calling it. Holovision, I
Okay.
don't know, holofilm.
You could try. It would
Like
take
a
mechanics check.
gases. Yeah. Okay.
As long as 6 remains in the cockpit, I think we'll be fine.
Right.
Um,
I mean, we can just
Well,
fix
I
and
could probably
clarity
do that.
clarity about the layout. Because the hut's on like the top level, right? And then we have
He's
our
on
level, the crew
he's on
level,
the
and then the
upper
cockpit's below.
cockpit's on the very toppy top.
Yeah, toppy top.
toppy
Oh,
top. Right.
It's on the tippy top. Like when you look at the picture, the cockpit's right there on the top there. It's just that little thing that juts out. And there's a
Elevator.
yeah, like a turbo lift that goes to the second and third, or the upper and lower decks. But yeah, right there,
Okay.
number 2. And that turbo lift, yeah. So that's the only. There's that, and of course there's like an emergency ladder, kind of thing, obviously from there, but that would end up, yeah, in engineering essentially. So, um, uh, but the section between like that the galley there at 11 is essentially where the guest and then the crew, essentially the guest section of the ship and the crew section of the ship is in the back. That's kind of like the dividing spot. So
So we could just pump it into the galley and the lounge
yeah,
and just make sure we have like rations upstairs that don't need cooking,
Sure.
right?
I mean, theoretically, yes.
Yeah.
well, there's the lounge, the crew lounge on the lower deck, has some food prep, because that's where the crew eats. stuff like that.
Right.
Probably. So, so there's food and stuff for the crew down below.
A microwave that's seen popcorn and fish too many times.
Yes, exactly.
Look, if it means I'm dealing with that hut, I'll deal with a hot plate. Like,
I
let's
mean,
go.
yeah.
I think this is our best plan. I don't want to go back up there.
Me either. I'm happy in the med bay anyway.
Yeah, and the med bay is like in the crew section of that floor.
Right, yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah. So
So airlocks and nitrous it is.
Okay.
Yes, we all agreed. Airlocks and nitrous that kid.
might as
Sure.
well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll handle the mechanics check.
Jay, are you okay? Because I'm seeing Jay's reaction in real time.
I was just thinking of the role that this would be. I'm giving you a boost. I'm automatically giving you an upgrade because you know the ship. You've got the information. You've got the stuff. You know where you're going to be able to put it. The question is how well you're going to be able to get it into that particular area and not the rest of the ship, things of that nature.
Yes.
I'm making it. I'm debating
And I'll
if it's
just
going to
calm.
be.
I'll just calm to Six. Like, hey, Six, stay in the cockpit for a little bit, and if you're leaving the cockpit, only come to the lower decks.
Roger. I'm
Wow,
I'm
Six,
gonna
are you
give you-
feeling okay? That was very deep voice. You need some like lemon tea or something?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm putting. I'm trying to determine if it's going to be an average check or a hard check, and I think I'm going to go with an average check because it's not going to be too difficult because, like I said, it's going to be difficult, but you know the ship. You've got I'm putting 2 black setback dice into this, but there's an adversity. So yeah, I think yeah, the dice pool is set. It's going to
Okay.
be an interesting roll, but and I
I
need a
was wondering.
mechanics roll from RT.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick,
Okay.
quick
Yeah.
question before we roll.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can assist with a leadership role to help organize all of this?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay.
What is your ooh, so then if I recall that's just going to be a 3 um 3 purple roll, which is set. So the 3
Okay.
purple roll. So do your leadership roll first.
Okay.
I'll
Oh.
take
Oh
that.
my gosh.
2 successes, 2 threats, and a triumph. What do you want the triumph to be?
I would love the triumph to be that it's this might be too much of an ask, but we'll try. We'll shoot for the moon and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
That the nitrous gas that Violin's using
Mm-hmm.
is they won't know they've been drugged.
Perfect. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So the dice pool is back set. I've already, like I said, I gave you. Because of that, I'm giving you. You've got 2 boost, an automatic upgrade, 2 is versus 2 setback, 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay. All right.
Versus your mechanics.
Yep. Okay. Just hit it, Matt. Oh. That's no successes.
No successes and 4 advantage. So it goes
Are we
in.
able to convert the advantage, like the 2 advantages, into a success?
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
So as you were putting it in, it seemed to be lingering higher or actually lower in the field, but because he's raised up a little bit higher, it didn't affect him as much as everyone else is kind of sleeping. Now, what that means is I'm actually still going to roll, but it's not going to be as hard of a roll.
Okay.
So
Come on, roll 20. You know you like us. Roll 20 wants this to happen. It knows.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make.
Or even RT, perhaps you can go in there and kick up some of that gas so it gets a bit higher. Roll around, do a little spinning. I've heard
Just-
that's a good trick.
Right. I could go in there and whip the gas around him. That makes sense.
Do you want to
someone
do
duct
that?
tape someone duct tape a fan to his arm. He can call it a fan dance.
Why not?
I mean, the gas
You
doesn't
know-
affect you.
Yeah, the gas doesn't affect me, and you know what? How much? Where is all the slime? Is it just on stage?
No, it's mainly on stage. There's a little bit on the side.
Okay, so I could get onto the dance floor area, and there'd be like no slime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will convert to my automaton mode and go in there and dance while fanning the gases up and towards him, but in a very odd way. I definitely want to also like more like transform into the automaton in front of him so that he sees that,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully that adds some entertainment value.
Okay. Okay. He is going to fall asleep.
It worked.
It works.
Oh,
But
a
he
few
has
more
advantages.
hours.
He does have advantages. So it's not going to be as long as you would have liked.
The half-life of the nitrous is really kicking us in the ass.
Oh, yeah. Or the fact that he has resistance to it because he's probably been doing it for so long.
Yeah, he's built up a tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to say I mean, you're pumping this into relatively regular. I'm assuming you wanted them all out for like 4 days or what,
I mean, they need breaks to eat and drink water because, like.
Okay. So what's going to happen in the next few days, up and down, eventually all the servants are going to be passed out. And Rada is going to be awake and all of his servants are passed out. And he's
Yeah.
going to be yelling and screaming and
But
wanting.
they can't give him anything, so he's not throwing anything.
Yep. But he's going to be pounding on stuff. And he's going to be
Yeah.
like, and he's going to make noise. Does anyone go to him during this time?
Well, I mean, Artie's the only one who can go in there and not pass out. So, I mean,
I just watched all of our faces collectively say no.
Which you don't have
yeah.
to.
Yeah. That's
Well,
true. I don't have
if we're pumping it enough so that there's like 2-hour breaks every once in a while that they can wake up and like get food and everything, and otherwise it's just the best rest they've ever had. It's practically a spa day.
Yeah.
It's a Violin, you're muted, I think. There we go.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they don't really know that
Yeah.
something is going on with them, so they just think they're kind of going about their day, but like sleeping really well.
The ship's just weirdly relaxing.
Very much so. Very, very
it's a
much
luxury
so.
liner. That's what it's supposed to do.
Exactly. All luxury liners do this.
Like I said, there's going to be as towards the end of this trip, as you go up, as they go up and down and stuff like that, his servants are all going to be passed out. He's going to wake up and one day he's making just this loud noise about stuff. The question is anyone going to go in and figure out what the problem is? Or are you just going to let him go?
We could just send in the nitrous a little early.
You could put it in again, yeah, if you want.
We'll try that first. That will be our
Okay.
first.
Okay.
When in doubt, knock him out.
Sure, why not?
That is, in fact, Hezra's motto.
Do I need to make another roll?
No.
Okay.
He knocks out. Eventually, Artie, when RT goes up, he is now at the bar. He slithered his way to the bar.
Oh.
And the bar, like a whole bunch of chairs
He
are
like
thrown
passed out
around.
on the bar, like
Actually, right in front of the bar. Like he's throwing chairs. He's destroyed quite a bit of the stuff, and then just passes out right in front of the bar as he's trying. And drinks are all over him and stuff like that.
Oh.
there goes his slugging routine.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna exit. I'm gonna leave. I was not here.
And as you are making your final approach, six is like, "We're there. We're on our way, and we're almost on a hyperdrive." Beep, because you use the beep 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 beep. It's like, all right, and he comes out of hyperdrive, and they're like I said, they're out doing their thing. And as he's making his approach to Tatooine, where is everyone during this? In the lounge? Or are you up in the cockpit? Or
Hezra would be at the crew lounge at this point. She doesn't. She would like to be as far away from this child as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Rosalind's gonna go back up to the lounge and make an itemized list of everything that was destroyed to present that to, I'm assuming, Bib Fortuna, as like, hey, by the way, here's what all he destroyed. We need money, please. And also just preparing to present them to Jabba.
I'll be with Rosalind
Okay.
assisting that. Yeah.
Violins in the med bay, also probably like reorienting her inventory for having had to use all of this during the trip where, now we're pretty low on anesthetics.
Mm-hmm. And as you
That's what alcohol's for.
and as you're making your way, as Styx was saying, "Hey, we made it. Making my way into Tatooine." You hear over the comm, "Oh, incoming!" Doot, 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 doot. As you hear him doing evasive maneuvers, and his blaster fire is being shot at the ship.
Oh,
Come
we must get to the
on.
cockpit. Right away.
And he's doing
Art,
evasive maneuvers and going, and he's making his way away from Mos Espa because as these two ships are shooting.
Archie heads up to the cockpit.
Anyone else?
What's going on, Six?
I'm a melee
we
fighter,
got
though,
bogeys
Ranger.
on our tail. Two of them. They're shooting. I need someone up here. Somebody can shoot.
Huh?
Violen, you were a good shot, right?
Yeah, Violin's like on her way when she hears that is on her way up.
I
Excellent.
will also make my way to the cockpit to try to see if we can talk to them and figure out why they're shooting at us.
Good.
So as you're flying in, and these two ships are kind of coming in, and I'm gonna get a roll in real quick because they're blasting pretty good here.
Come on, roll 20. You know you like us.
See how much damage the ship is gonna take.
Negative
Oh,
damage. It heals the ship.
Negative damage.
It actually
It heals
turns
the
out.
ship. I
It
like.
actually
that
turns out it's like that. Who's that healer in Overwatch that does the sniper healing?
6 points of damage. So you're taking a little bit point of damage on one thing, taking some more damage. Just some little damages right now.
Oh.
Little bit of damage on the ship.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some scorch marks going on as evasive maneuvers are kind of going in and stuff like that. Um, but so someone getting on the guns because you have ventral guns that fire forward and backwards that pop down.
Yeah, that's all violin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, RT's probably pretty good for the gunnery, right?
Or what's the skill on that?
It's gunnery.
It's
Oh.
under it's under your combat skills.
Right. Gunnery, I'm just okay. I have 2 greens.
Oh, okay. I have 3, so violin will
Yep.
run.
As you get in the chair, you're give me a gunnery check, please. Let me double check to see that the ship, that particular you have a linked one to it. Yeah, so that's yep. Okay. So yeah, I will add a boost because you're aiming. I'm assuming you're gonna aim because you're gonna try and be coordinated with
Yes,
sticks.
absolutely.
So yeah, dice full
Can
set.
I double aim with gunnery?
Sure.
I'll take the strain for that.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll when you're ready. Dice full set.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
There you go.
Yes.
Like it.
Yeah, you did a good amount of damage to the ship. Yeah, that ship took a good amount of damage. And actually you could link it because you got 2 advantages and you could blow the ship
Yep.
up.
Doing that.
Yeah, you blew one of the ships up. No problem. No problem at all.
Nice.
More evasive maneuvers. And as you are suddenly there's getting jostles, but all of them are asleep, so they don't know what's going on. RT, are you trying to fix any strain on the ship and things of that nature?
Yes, whatever I can do repair wise,
Okay.
I'm coordinating from the cockpit.
What is Rosalind and Hezra doing during this time?
Rosalind's on the comms trying to reach this other enemy ship, trying to demand to know why they're firing at us.
Okay. They don't answer. They're just firing.
Hezra is not made for space combat.
Neither is Rosalind at all.
You could give me a computer skill check and scan the ship to find out maybe what's wrong, what kind of ship it is.
Yes, let's do that.
Give me your computer check.
Okay.
Dice
Dice
full
set?
set. Yeah.
Look at all that advantage.
So 1 failure and a lot of it. So you're not identifying specifically the ship, but what you can tell is that they are targeting you specifically. And that it's what you've come to figure out. They don't want Rada to get to Tatooine. They're trying to destroy your ship so that Rada doesn't get to Tatooine. Somebody is out to get to hurt Jabba.
What are the like I assume that the ships have a I want to say VIN, but that is not how you'd say it in Star Wars. Like a VIN, the
The
registration
number and
number,
everything.
like what?
So the symbols and stuff like that. No, it's possibly bounty hunter ish or possibly undisclosed ship.
Okay. So there's no clues as to who
Nope.
might be. Okay.
Not
Could I
not
make
on
an
that
underworld roll?
control roll. What's that?
Can I make an underworld roll?
The computer, because of the computer roll, he wasn't able to scan that particular information and of identifying who it is.
Could I make a computer roll?
Yes, you could if you wanted to.
Okay.
Second here.
Sure.
Okay.
Set?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, there it is.
There it is. It appears to be somebody there. It's there's no specific it's an affiliate, gang affiliate, or a syndicate affiliate that undisclosed, but they're like bounty hunter types that have been hired to shoot you down.
Okay, I'll relay that to the crew.
Okay.
The ship is not going to take any more damage because of this hut. Get them out of the sky.
Violin, would you like to take one more shot at them?
Yeah,
Well, let me get
let's do it.
let
I
me get
mean,
the uh all right, the dice pool is set.
dice are set. Oh, to advantage.
Could be worse.
Yep. So
Yes, true.
the pilot, you're basically piloting is going well. You're um he is yeah, like I said, the piloting process is, let me get, the ship's gonna get another shot. Ooh, here it goes. Oh,
Love that for us.
Yes.
as that missile
Ah.
starts to come, Six, last second, drives out of the way as it just misses him and gets down. Give me another as he's entering the atmosphere. Give me another roll.
Can I ask
Yes.
the two advantages that I had? Can that possibly be that with like the maneuvering that we're doing,
Yes.
we are in like a better position to take a damaging shot
Yep. I'll add 2
or
boosts to you.
boost? Thank you.
And I'll upgrade it too because of Six is flying. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Cool.
you're good.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, you blast it pretty good. And it's not destroyed, but it's
Mhm.
enough damaged that it's gonna go off. And
Awesome.
so as you're flying in, now one of the things what you knew is that you had a private hangar in Mos Espa, and that your contact person was Madam Whip, which is actually, her name is Madam Garspa Thip, who is the owner of the Sanctuary Cantina in Mos Espa. And she is going to meet you at the private docking bay that she controls, and that she was going to take custody of Rada, and then escort Rada with her group to uh to Java. So your job was just to get there, hand her off to Madam Peep, and then you were done. So as you're making your way back into Mos Espa, you get your clearances to land.
May need to give the servants some kind of stimulation.
Do we?
Um
Will they be able to carry him out of here?
Our job was to get them to the spaceport. I don't see how that's any of our concern.
Well, they can't get we can't get Rata to the spaceport. I mean, at least off the ship without the servants.
Wait, did we not? Wait, did we not like stop the nitrous when we were like getting ready to land?
Oh, we did, but I mean, they've all been out of it. I'm concerned that they won't be able to. Will they be awake enough? Is my question. I'm not concerned about Rata. I'm concerned about the
right.
yes.
That's a good question.
And don't biological life forms um take to stimulation like stimulants, caffeine or others?
I'm sure we have something in the bar that we can.
Sure. Yeah, we could just
With all the shaking, and by the time you turn it off, they're gonna wake up, and they'll be groggy, but they've been groggy before, and they'll be able to perform their duties because they know if they don't perform their duties, they might have some consequences. So no matter what condition they are in, they will perform their duties. Because I
okay.
rolled
Okay.
two dice pool or force dice, and I got two positives and one negative or one dark side pip. So yeah, it's they know what they're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
But and as you kind of come in and you land in that private, and you take a little time because you have to communicate, and it's going to take a little time for Madam and crew to get there. And as you kind of get things going, and Rada's just kind of waking up on the um the platform, and the people are getting ready. Are you saying any goodbyes or anything else you want to share?
Oh
I
wait,
will go
yeah, I
ahead.
was gonna say Rosalind had her list of itemized damages.
Yeah. So I will present. I will walk down the gangway as they're preparing Rada to leave
Mm-hmm.
and address. You just gave me her name, and I just wrote it down, and I can't find it.
Garza Thip, Madam Garza Thip, Whip. Excuse me. And she's
Um,
kind of a tan colored Twi'lek. Very, very nice outfit. Very, very elegant. Good speaker. I mean, this is yeah. She's game recognizes game,
mhm.
and she's like,
Madam Whip, I presume.
of course, welcome, and you must be Rosalind.
Yes, yes, indeed. We
It's so
have
nice to
arrived.
finally meet you in person. I've seen some of your shows, vids.
Oh, you're too kind. I only do what I can to make the galaxy a bit brighter.
Lovely, lovely. I hope the trip wasn't too um troublesome.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. It was exactly what you would expect.
Well,
One a few notes. We did encounter some trouble on the way in.
oh,
We dealt with it, but I would keep a wary eye as you see uh Rata to his father.
ah, good
And
to know.
when you have time, here's a small itemized list of things that Rata felt the need to destroy during his
Oh,
trip.
oh, I see. Well,
So when you have the opportunity to address that, that would be lovely.
I will definitely take the list. I cannot guarantee any compensation particularly on this, but I will definitely put it to I will make the appropriate um people informed, and put a strong um mm, compensation request for these.
Let's let's slap a little negotiation on there. Like I wanna get what's owed to us.
Okay. She definitely will be what's what am I gonna say is you think it's not coming out of her pocket, but
Right.
she will put it to give it to whoever it is. But yeah, go for your the dice pool set. Ooh. Now I mistakenly forgot to take those two off, but that's
Yeah,
the
I
force, but
figured.
yeah. So she's like, oh, but of course, but so one success and three threat. You're pretty sure, yeah, she's gonna do it, but she's not comfortable with doing it. So she might be looking for something when if it does work out, she might be coming back to you with some now that I did this for you, you might need to do something for me.
Very well.
Hmm? Oh, but yes, yes. I'll make sure the proper hands have get this information. Don't worry. Yes, 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 yes. And Rada's kind of coming down. Is anyone else doing anything before Rada leaves?
I think a violin would probably like as unobtrusively as possible be checking on the servants, like just making sure that they are leaving in good health.
For the most part, yeah, they're fine. Fine. Um, yeah. So as Rada's leaving, he's still kind of sleepy and groggy and a little bit of that at times. The servants are carrying him. Madam's like, oh, well, Rada, it is so lovely. Welcome home. If accompany me, we'll take you. And as the kind of the doors open, there are security droids there. There's like 7 security droids, as well as some additional individuals that are like with flowers and stuff like that for the entourage, his entourage. And as they start to go and leave the hangar, Adam turns to, again, thank you so much for your excellent time and your well deserved um influence, I hope. Your payment has been processed. So she gives you the payments each of 2,000 credits that you have. Again, thank you much. Um, I look forward to working with all
Wait,
of
did you
you
say
again.
2,000 each?
I think it was 2,000 each, wasn't it?
I mean, I'll accept 2,000 each.
Or was it 2,000 total?
It was 6,000 credits.
Oh,
is what we
6,000
were
credits. Sorry.
offering.
6,000. So she provides the 6,000 credits. Yeah.
I'll accept 2,000
mean,
each.
yeah,
I ain't gonna
2,000 each.
argue
Oh,
against
no.
it.
Sure.
Well, thank you. Thank you again. Um, and I enjoy Marcus, but do you have any plans while you're here?
I believe getting the ship detail to be the first.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I understand. Um, I might have some information for. I was told you might be looking for some information of maybe some sticks. You were talking about some your pilot was looking for some better hyperspace coordinates. Um,
That sounds like something she'd want, yeah.
yes, which I might have some information for you later. Um, I'll be in contact.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Excellent, excellent. And thank you. And as she kind of walks away, and as the scene turns as the detailing of the lounge, whose job is that? As all of you are working trying to detail the cleanup.
I feel like it's bad enough. We're probably all gonna have to chip in.
So, and
Um,
that's where the scene ends as everyone's cleaning up the lounge and finding the just the
So much
sludge and
slime.
slime and broken stuff and everything else. And who makes the last comment as the camera goes black out of the crew?
This is why I hate teenagers.
And that is where we're going to end today's episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for watching us on the vlogs. You can find us here, the Shadowport Adventures, the first Saturday of every month at 3 o'clock, 3:30 sometimes. 3 o'clock is our target time. But we will see you next in June. We will see you for our next episode. We've got a few more interesting things coming up that. So when the story continues, as this teenager is now done and off, no consequences whatsoever could potentially come from this, could it?
Look, if he was already addicted, it's not our fault.
Exactly.
And teenagers sleep all the time anyway. It's fine.
Exactly.
You
We
know?
gave him a fantastic trip.
And that triumph, he has no clue. No clue. No
I
traceables.
mean, most of
whatsoever.
us danced for him.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, yes, exactly.
Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Let us go around. Please tell us who you are, where can we find you, and all other good stuff. And we will start up with you, Lily. Thank you so much for being here. Where can we find you?
Hi, I am Lily. I'm Elise on Life on Twitter and Blue Sky, and I'm the scribe on Twitch and Discord. You can see me here the first Saturday of every month, and you can see me alternating Thursdays on Singularity Roleplay. It's a Monster of the Week campaign. We just played this past Thursday, so it'll be another 2 weeks before our next game. You can hear me on 3 different podcasts. I'm on Misfits of Space, which is an actual play podcast. We're doing Scum and Villainy right now. I am also on Greetings from Stability, which is a horror anthology podcast. We have a shared world in different times and all of that that we play different indie games in. And then I have Blurred on the Street, where I talk about being in blurred spaces and current events with two other people who are also Black women. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all that. Joey, how are you doing? Where can we find
I'm
you?
doing all right. I'm doing great. You can find me on all the socials at Feywild or Feywild85. That's FEYWILDE. In person, you can see me performing at the Renaissance Fair in Southern California in Irwindale for the next 2 weekends, and then it's over for another year, which is very sad. Other than that, if you're a fan of Star Wars, which clearly you are if you're here, you can see me this upcoming Tuesday, May the 7th, and then the following Tuesdays in June at Craftsman Pizza in Yorba Linda. I am doing a production of Drinkspear, which is we take a Shakespeare show, condense it down to 1 hour, and the audience buys us drinks, and we have to get through the show while getting drunk. I say a fan of Star Wars because we are doing the Star Wars adaptation of The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Striketh Back,
Nice.
and you can see me play Luke Skywalker in that for the month of June and on May the 7th.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Manny, welcome. Thank you for being here. Where can we find you?
Hi folks, I'm Matty aka So Many Games, use he him pronouns. I spend a lot of time on my channel, where we produce 5 days a week of AP content. Um I every Sunday I'm either playing in Duval and Dragons, run by Duval King Jacob, or running Dragonlance Dragons of Rebirth. I Every other Monday I'm playing in Doctor Where the Fuck. Um, there's Tuesdays. Every other Tuesday I'm either playing in Eberron, Wilderness of Mirrors, or running. For the time being, I am running Star Trek USS Solidarity, and Wednesdays I'm either playing in Cyberqueer 3120 or running uh, Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos. Um, I might be doing too much. I don't know. Whatever.
That is a
Um,
lot to remember. Wow.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Um, and of course, I am the owner and operator of SoNerdware.com. We provide we do print on demand merchandise, clothing and accessories tailored to the TTRPG fandom. And we also sell merch for a number of actual plays, streamers, podcasts, artists, and charity groups. Um, and I'm also a graphic artist. I do commissions, and you can see my portfolio at somanygames.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Um, I just got it. I just added, I got to add something into brain just went, okay. Yep.
Sorry,
Got it.
it's I was just asking.
No, no
Uh,
problem. I've got Emily. How are you doing? And where can we find you?
I'm doing all right. Normally, you can find me at my own channel, formerly known as Emily, on Twitch. I am currently on a week and a half break because I'm doing some real world stuff. You can also find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Threads at formerly known as M. That's FRMRLYKNOWNASEM. And then I also have my Substack, formerly known as Emily, where I post mostly about gardening this time of year, but also about games and about RPGs. So you can catch me over on there as well. I think that is my main stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, thank you, players. Thank you, everyone, for being here, watching us, watching us on. If you don't, feel free to subscribe. We have our YouTube channel as well that you can pick up and watch all the videos that we have. We've got Wednesday nights on the 15th. We will be coming back with our Pathfinder 2E Legends of the Natural Ones, which I run, as well as later today. Like I said, May the 4th be with you, and we will have our charity stream at 7:30 p.m. With some wonderful, wonderful people sponsoring the American Stroke Foundation, and a donate link has been put out there. Watch us on YouTube and X. Of follow us. We'll get all the information, and then later on this year we will be getting. We have a Hunter the Reckoning game that will be it's
So
Hunter
fun.
Team Beta, which will be a long once it's going to be the development. We're looking at several seasons or several episodes of up through the years. So it's an interesting process. We're going to be start re-recording that very very soon. So that's just going to be probably streamed this fall. So keep knowledge for that. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. Again, thank you players, and we would like to say on this channel, as one of the things we like to say when we say goodbye, please be kind and don't be a jerk. So take care.